here it looks like there should be an anti-gravity elevator, but it's locked down. I'll need you to connect to the data stream again. I'm really sorry, 1K. I know it's a risk, but I think it'll be worth it.
Alright, we are on. A little bit of technical problem to start, but here we are. Area 9, Circular Oasis, and then it's on to the next Megastructure segment. Why don't we get started with this fragment?
Have you seen Miranda's design for a transport system that would connect all the labs to the machine?
It's amazing, isn't it? I think she's really excited about showing this place to people one day. She also kept asking me about what kind of monuments we could build, you know, to really transform the landscape, show the possibilities.
But her capsules only fit one person.
It's just the first iteration. Give her some time. She'll figure it out. Remember how many mistakes we made in the beginning, even with all the blueprints we had?
But that's not my point. It just worries me that she lacks context. Her imagination is incredible, but it's still limited by what she hasn't experienced.
Would it have been better if she'd been raised in New Jerusalem? If her mind was limited by self-hate and decay? If all she could imagine was sitting around ignoring the universe in favor of self-righteous solipsism?
No, but I don't know.
Sorry. You're not wrong. We can't stay hidden forever.
So that's a very strong statement about New Jerusalem, and it's the first time we've heard Athena make it so explicit. So, like, now we know for sure that those religious nut jobs are completely off about Athena's thoughts. Anyway, here we are in Area 1. So, what's that about? We've got a bunch of structures that don't seem to serve any purpose. There's no question mark here. Doesn't look like there's a way to go into the middle from here, is there? Huh. Well, if there's nothing here, I guess let's get started on the puzzles. We'll see what kind of gimmick we have here. I think I'm going the wrong way. Wait, where's the one? There it is. Centrifuge. Okay. RGB converter. Alright. Oh, doesn't look like there are any new gimmicks. It's other than this spinning thing. It's not using anything that's different from what we already know. So what's the end game here? Okay. Grab the inverter. Oh, the RGB converter needs to be here. I had a brief disconnect. I'm actually using Wi-Fi today rather than wire internet, so things might be a little bit less consistent than usual. I had a little bit of problem with the wire Ethernet today, so well, okay, I think I can make this work here. No, not you, not you, not you, not you. Let's see, red to blue, and then blue plus red, whoops, blue plus red to green. We still will turn this around again to get out. That was number 1. Okay. Let's see, is there a question mark that's really nearby? Huh. It's the first time we've had a map that doesn't look like it has a boundary. And there's no Elohim telling us to go back. So would there be an invisible wall on the sand dunes? Now, so far we haven't died yet. We haven't died yet. I want to see how far this goes.
It's coarse and rough, irritating, and it gets in my ball bearings.
That's a reference to something. I'm not sure what it is. So how far can we go? I'm going on a big detour right off the bat. Exiting designated safe zone. Ah, Star Wars Tatooine. Designated safe zone. I mean, I guess we shut down if we exit the area. I guess shut down. I mean, what kills us? Radiation? Heat? Sand? Dehydration? Robotic dehydration? Anyway, yeah, I don't know what this area does. There's no way to go up the middle, is there? Huh? Wait. No, that's too high to jump. And this won't let me climb either. Well, fine. Let's be a good robot and head over to the next puzzle. Number 2, and we got a couple of question marks here. Where could they be? This one. Oh, looks like terminal. Sure, I forgot that we're supposed to go to Megastructure, so I shouldn't have gone on this kind of detour. The riches. Getting rich was the worst thing that ever happened to me. I see that now, in the end, when the insight is useless. Not being poor was great. No longer having to worry all the time. Being able to afford the best doctors, being able to go on holidays, being able to take care of my mother. But being rich, it just isolated me. It changed every interaction with every other person, because suddenly I had the ability to change their life, to fix all their problems, and they knew it. And I knew it. A simple choice on my part could take away so much of the pain. Every interaction became infected by this inequality between us. And it made me bitter. Made me feel every relationship, even with family, was transactional. I was desperately looking for some genuinely human experience, but I seem excluded from that now, and it made me resent everyone. What I didn't see, what I only see now as I'm dying, is that I could have used that money for good. All of it. I don't mean giving it to some NGO run by some other rich people, I mean really using it. I loved movies. How many indie movies could I have financed? How many books could I have gotten published? And how many could I have just built? Not another villa for myself, the things that would benefit civilization in general. Hell, I could have just given it away, made all those lives better, taken away that pain. And if at the end of the day I was only left with enough money to be upper middle class, so what? At least I would have been the person I wanted to be. Resource wealth as such has no value. It only matters in terms of the ability to act. But what made this ancient human so unable to act? It can't have been a personal failing, as most people of similar wealth acted the same way. Perhaps the power lies in scarcity or a system built upon it, naturally optimizing towards resource accumulation. Historical circumstances, not individual sin. But I have read about rich ancients who did act differently. They were rare, but they did exist. So it is possible for people to defy the will of history. From Tranquillo to Athena. It's all a joke, isn't it? A giant prank perpetrated on all of us. The goal, the founder, the simulation. I don't even think you exist. I don't even think biological humans ever existed either. What nonsense. I bet these messages just go to the mayor's inbox, or straight to the recycling bin. You all suck. Okay, that's one perspective. Day 676. After the chaos of the past months, quiet has returned to the city. I suppose we're calling it a city now, although this small collection of dwellings, inhabited by a mere 25 people, seems to barely deserve that designation. We'll have to come up with an actual name soon, I suspect. After the first 1 or 2 decades, calling it the city is going to get a little bit stale. Everyone has an opinion, of course. It's the talk of the town these days. I'm personally hoping that New Alexandria will win out in the votes next week, although I suspect Elohim's legacy carries the most weight. Byron came up with some silly suggestions like Constantinople, Very New York, and Robot Paris. So glad those fell through. Huh, no overloads there.
This one seems to be corrupted.
Corrupted.
It's almost like something tried to delete it as you were downloading it. Pandora, maybe.
Let's head out to number 2. Okay, here's the entrance. The passageway. Alright, well, there's only one way to start this. So I guess this is the gimmick in this area. That's not very imaginative. But okay. We got to spin this around. Next. Okay. Wasn't what I was trying to do, but I guess this will do. I should probably actually take the effort to figure out like how the rules work. Okay, well, it's 2 gates and 2 fences. So that's how it works, I guess. And we just set this up here. This one here. Ah. All right. Well then. Fine. I need to open it this way. Whoops. Whoops. Maybe further forward. There's a way. There's a way, I'm sure. I just need to pick up the source from the other side. The angle is a little tough. There we go. Okay. Okay. This gets slightly complicated. So what I guess what I need is all 4 of these. So I have to set the other gate up again. Which I might have been overthinking the previous segment. And with this setup, okay, it will be a narrow angle. It'll be a narrow angle. But I think I can make this work. Hmm? 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 No, it doesn't work the way I expected it to be. Alright. Okay. Are we stuck? I think we're stuck. I can't retrieve the connector from the other side, can I? I think I'm stuck. Let's rethink this. Passageway. Passageway. And I have to be able to anticipate, like, what happens when I turn this thing. It's a very, it's a very primitive gimmick. Hmm. Right. Okay, so there's step one. Then I gotta figure out how to get the red light over to that side. We got one connector to work with, and that needs to be on. This cannot be done from this side. Huh. Is there any other setup for this? I definitely need two connectors to get red over here, don't I? Let's test this out a couple times. This configuration is hopeless. This configuration is... Let's see. If I threw my mouse across the room, it's probably going to hit the window, so I'm not going to do that. Okay. 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 Let's see. So to get there, we go from here. Like, there was literally the definition of loss for words. Well, in that case, it's as simple as it gets. I mean, how the heck? How the heck did I miss that? Right. Then I retrieve this. Turn this around. I mean, really? How did I miss that?
I spotted the lab with the drone, sending you the coordinates.
The drone? Okay. Well, okay. I guess he just found the lab for me. And there's a question mark out there over the dunes. Huh. What's that? What's a lost puzzle by the size of it? Lost puzzle, yeah. But the good thing is that there isn't a lot of stuff that obstructs your vision on this map. So it's maybe a little easier to find stuff. So 3 is this way, but before that... 3...
She's remarkable, isn't she? She sees so much beauty in everything.
She is, you're right. But I'm not sure she doesn't see too much beauty.
Is it wrong to be delighted by the perfection of the universe? To look at what surrounds us and experience awe instead of just fear?
No, but to call it perfection implies a kind of moral value that it doesn't have. The universe is cold, Athena. It doesn't care about us, or about life, or civilization. It fundamentally cannot care. But Miranda seems to think it's almost benevolent, purposeful.
You're right. But have you considered that maybe she sees something we can't see? A step ahead? You know, Cornelius, if we succeed, the next generation will not be like us. They might see the world in ways we never could have imagined. Maybe she's the first sign of that.
I hope so. I really do, Athena. You know that I love her, and I am perpetually amazed that this being we created that came solely from our minds is so profoundly different and unique. That does strike me as a kind of miracle. But it's also a huge responsibility. And I worry about our choices.
Parents. It's very tempting to jump down, but I'm not going to. I'm sure there's an elevator somewhere. Let's follow this circular oasis around. You know, in this case, I might do the lost puzzle before I go downstairs. What do we have here? Stratton.
The world we see around us may not always be as it appears. Some philosophers have said that we are surrounded by nothingness, merely because air is not visible to the eye. And yet one needs only to observe the wind in the trees, or to plunge one's hand into the clear waters of the Aegean to see that air has material substance. The same applies to many other forces that shape our lives. That they seem invisible does not mean that they are absent. It only means we have not yet learned how to observe them. And yet, lately I have struggled to understand what I am seeing. This strange, insubstantial island. These machine men. This woman with a fierce voice like an Amazon. Who are they? How did I get here?
Huh. That was weird. That was not a... It stopped being a philosophical discourse midway. So this is not green. This Pandora. This is red. We'll remember that. And find number 3. Number 3. There's another question mark here. No conversations. Let's go into the puzzle room. It's big. Dismantling. Okay. Well, it's not clear what the... They're being very mechanical about the gimmicks here this time. Alright, here's a teleporter. Let's find out what happens when I press this. Okay. I remember something like this in the last game. Okay. Okay. We'll send this to the other side. Teleport over. Welcome back. Okay, so that was not the answer. The alternative is this. Wait. No. Neither of those would work. However, what I could do is to grab this. That doesn't work either. I need this teleporter somewhere else, like maybe here. So now we can grab the hexahedron. Now we can do this. Teleporter on. Oh, that's progress. Here's another. Are we stuck? Again? There's no way for me to get up there, is there? So should this... Well... I don't think I could have done it the opposite way though, so... Okay, I think I have an idea what to do. Bring this back. then. And I might as well grab a hexahedron just to be sure. This is all very mechanical. It's like they went a step back.
Good solve, 1K.
Are there any additional entries? No. Oh, there was a few notes on the basket, but this was the previous area. Okay. Ah, there's something new. Social media. What do you see? A person trapped in a maze, desperately looking for a way out. Someone greeting their friend, happy to be living in a beautiful place. Ancient human calling someone on a phone. Nothing. Ancient human calling someone on a phone. How does that work? A guy shooting laser beams from his eyes. It's a frog. It's an eyeball inside a giant robot. It's a Frenchman. It's a frog. I kind of see it. I appreciate perspectives. Thank you all. I'm not sure I'm going to continue in this abstract style, as I've been drawn back to more representational art, which just feels more substantial to me, but this has been an interesting diversion. Go back and search that puzzle chamber. Save you some headache later on. I don't quite see anything here. The corners. Oh. Okay, thanks. Thanks for the tip. Well, we'll have to remember this. We'll come back for it. So, we've got the Sphinx. That might be the hardest. So cryptic, like the Sphinx should be. Huh. Okay, I mean, I kind of have an idea of what this is about. Okay. So it's 2 of the upper level puzzles and 1 of the lower level ones. Opens after you beat the puzzle. Ugh. Ugh. So, well, this time the Sphinx puzzle is kind of easy to understand. What do I have over here? Is that another lost puzzle or just a terminal? Not say a terminal, more like a terminal. Yeah, it's a terminal. No? No. No, it's a gold? No. Huh? No, it's a lost puzzle. Bleh. So, both of the last puzzles are upstairs. Let's do those before we head down then. Actually, we might get a start on the Sphinx before we even go downstairs. Let's head for number 4. Control. Okay. Whoops. There's one. What does this do for me? Okay. What? Okay. Okay. Oh, this is overdoing it. Yeah, it takes time. So, this is almost sickening. Actually, let's stop this. Okay. What about this? Let's see. So I can move through and put this down. Interesting. Interesting. I can't go back without doing this though. Can't go back without doing this. What if I put it here? Yeah, it's not nearly enough. Not nearly enough time. What if we hit both of these together at the same time? Felt like we were close. Okay, so that's the right idea. Ah, okay. So we needed this to connect everything. Well, with the driller, probably should put this somewhere unobtrusive. Okay. Okay. Just make sure I didn't lose anything. Can't drill anything from this side. No. This is actually kind of unpleasant. Let me think about this. It's just out of reach. But we need the driller for a reason. Need a driller for a reason. Can't do it from here, can I? I mean, this is not the answer. I'm just trying to free think here. Right, and with that set up, I could do this. I guess the question would be, are holes conserved? That seems a really stupid way to phrase it, but if holes are conserved, then connect. No, it's not. Okay. Okay. And we need everything. You do need to maintain a line of sight to the hole, and this doesn't even work. Now this is the only thing that's drillable. In this angle, there's no point drilling it. I can't use the connector here, so I think this is the right place for the driller. Now the question is, what can I do to get a connection? Such an unpleasant sound, too. Right. Yeah, to get this open, I need a red anyway. Curious. Okay, I got. Try this again. Ugh. Okay. Oh! Oh yeah, I was making it much more complicated than it needed to be. That does it. Ah, that was puzzle number 4. So another question mark out in the wilderness, and there's the lost lab too. Ooh. Let's start off here.
There are entirely too many strange things going on around here.
Anti-gravity. Huh. Huh? Oh, okay. So, this is the lab. Ugh. It looks like the aftermath of an accident. Like anti-grav gone haywire. This error. And it came to pass in the 11th year, in the first day of the month, that the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, because that Tyrus has said against Jerusalem, Aha, she is broken those gates of the people, she is turned unto me. I shall be replenished, now she is laid waste. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, I am against thee, O Tyrus, and will cause many nations to come up against thee, as the sea causes his waves to come up. And they shall thus destroy the walls of Tyrus, and break down her towers. I will also scrape her dust from her, and make her like the top of a rock. It shall be a place for the spreading of nets in the midst of the sea. For I have spoken it, saith the Lord God, and it shall become a spoil to the nations. And her daughters which are in the field shall be slain by the sword, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Faith? Perhaps faith is neither choice nor submission. Perhaps faith is a demand. For a pain to have meaning, for the stories of the world to rhyme, for the world designed by a loving hand. Perhaps I would believe with defiance in the forgiveness of all sins, in the kingdom of God on earth, and even the resurrection of the dead. I would believe with clenched fist and gritted teeth, and prayers that refuse to be gentle. Projects. Unauthorized trial at secondary site. Catastrophic failure. She's gone. That's probably Miranda. And network schematic. It's red. Yeah.
It's over. We failed. Everything we thought we were doing. It's all ashes now.
I don't think you really believe that.
She's gone, Cornelius. She's gone because I failed her.
So that's after the
She's gone
accident.
because the machine that I built killed her. She was perfect. And now, she's nothing.
I know you don't want to hear this. I know you want her to be perfect, to be blameless. But you didn't kill her, Athena. She killed herself. She killed herself because she was reckless, because she was naive, and frankly, because she was a little arrogant too.
She was reckless because I filled her head with dreams. Dreams of the future. Of a better world. A world that nobody wants.
No, it's not the dreams that killed her. It's that we brought her here. It's that we tried to build all this outside the city. We raised her without people, without society. The wilderness is for prophets, Athena, not for children. We should have stayed, fought for our ideas.
It's too late now. It's too late.
Well, that escalated quickly. I mean, honestly, I'm not a great fan of Miranda. Let's see if there's a conversation about this anywhere.
They lost their daughter.
Yes, yeah, good.
Right here in this ruin. Cornelius and Athena lost their daughter. Miranda's dead. So even the founder doesn't have perfect control over this technology. Even the founder makes mistakes. Byron was right in a way. We turned the founder into something she never was. She was never perfect. She was never infallible. No one is. Listen, I understand why you and Byron see so much hope in this technology. You want us to be better, to grow. But what if it all goes wrong? If even the founder couldn't get it right, what hope do we have?
Nobody's forcing us to repeat the mistakes. Mistakes will happen. Risks concern me. That's why we need to know more. You're right, this technology could destroy us. Let's go... I guess moderate conservative here. The risks of the megastructure concern me. That's why we need to know more.
I'm glad you see the risks too. And I agree, we can't just run away from this. But once we get Byron out, we should think about finding a way of turning the whole thing off. Let this place be a tomb for Miranda, and not the rest of us too.
So you could is
Thanks for your help,
heading
1K.
towards
The elevator should be working now.
not
you
using
could-
technology.
I'm sorry about Miranda. I know you're looking forward to meeting her.
Okay, so the elevator is working, which will let us descend to the lower level, I guess. Yeah, that looks like it.
What is it?
What do you think caused Miranda's death?
From examining the data, I think it simply came down to not taking enough precautions. Clearly, protocols existed that would prevent such accidents, but she didn't apply them. That's a technical answer. If you're looking for something more philosophical, I think it's easy to mistake insight for revelation. She thought she was meant to discover something, as if there was some force guiding her. And so she discounted the outcomes that didn't match her expectations.
Yeah, I like Melville's answer here a lot, and I'm kind of... I mean, despite the answer to Yakut just now, I'm more edging towards, like, cautious progressiveness. Like, using this but taking the reasonable precautions. What do you think of Miranda creating life?
Personally, I'd focus on creating things that help human beings. But her desire to spread life seems admirable to me. If most of the universe is dead, not doing anything with all that space seems like a waste.
I mean, that also seems like the part of Miranda's arrogance, like feeling that she has a mission. And then, of course, the can't happen to me complex. So yeah, that's the elevator that goes down. Let's do the lost puzzle rooms first. I normally try to finish the numbered rooms first, but if we're up here. And actually, let's see. Right there on YouTube. Welcome. Let's see. Let's maybe search around. Let's see if we can find a clue about these things. I mean, that formation of buildings looks very suspicious. I'm expecting to find a switch. Maybe not this one, but one of them. Or maybe 2 or 3 of them. 2 of them. If my understanding of the diagram is correct. Actually, was this the one that had the lasers? Okay. Could it be picked up anywhere? That's the question. It seems too well concealed. Let's go to... the last puzzle is in the direction of 2. We'll check out room 2 while we're on the way. I mean, it's not behind this, right? No. I mean, this is also a laser room. But again, the design is quite sheltered and seems impossible to pick out a light from the outside. I mean, if it involves the lower rooms, then we'll have to leave it until we've done all of them. And this makes me so suspicious, this design. I mean, I was right to be suspicious, but it's not what I expected. I'm not sure why the textures go all grainy for a moment when we're moving. Is that just ADSing not quite catching up? Or is it like a little bug with the lighting and shadows? I have no idea. Not the ADSing, the anti-ADSing. Well, we didn't find anything here. But we'll come back. So there's the last puzzle. Yeah, let's do those. That's unambiguous at least. And also take a round of the puzzle room and make sure there's nothing on the outside that's of any interest. Negative. Negative. Okay. Let's go in. Convolution. Sounds convoluted. We'll start here. I guess that's to pick up the blue light. Okay. Well, yeah, that's not quite what I expected. Yeah, you got to angle this properly. That. Fine, I guess this will do. Let's just see what this does. Doesn't even work that way. Yeah, we need the accumulator inside. How do we do that? Can't get this through the grate. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I can't. Can I even do this? Yeah. There's no way to kill two birds with one stone. But that's the first step. That's unambiguous at least. I didn't miss any resources, did I? Screwing that once already makes me kind of paranoid. I mean, we're very limited in what's possible with the blue light. But I definitely need the red light to get through. So what if... I mean, the problem is... Okay, I guess it's not impossible. So let's charge this up. Let's charge this up. Okay. So that's step one. Question now is what I do with that. If I can just get this accumulator out, then it's already done. I can reach the endpoint immediately. Like, I can't even... Let's see. Okay. We're trying to keep the blue gates open using just one connector. Oh, come on. So that keeps the blue gate open. And then red light. Wait. Okay, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. This lets me free up this connector. And then... There we go. Whoops. Phew. Last puzzle number 1. This also seems too out of the way to be part of the Pandora Star solution. Or could it? You know, yeah, it seems way too out of the way. Social media. We're all going to die. Look at what happened to Miranda, the founder's own daughter. The Megastructure is going to kill us all. Get a grip. This is absurd and also disrespectful to Miranda and her parents. Who cares? She's dead. They're probably dead too. We're all dead if that thing blows up. It could collapse the whole world into singularity. You really should calm down, Fred. There's a legitimate point buried in what you're saying, but panicking isn't going to help anyone. Also, start with the caps. There are reasons to be concerned, but I found one case argument quite convincing so far. Every step forward in human history has come with its mistakes and sacrifices, but we can always learn from them. None of you understand. We have to listen to Pandora or we will burn. Fred, why don't you come by my shop for a chat? I have something that could help you with the all caps. Thank you, Helga. Closing this thread now. I want to see what she has. Let's see, the inner commentary thing won't help, will it? We could really use that in Reddit and a lot of discussion boards. Something to help people stop typing in all caps. Let's do this second last puzzle. Also maybe check around room number 3. Wish I didn't miss anything. So there's the Pandora. Hey. Huh? I mean, there's a speech bubble up, but I can't interact. I can't interact with the good. Also, the frame rate is kind of low. I'm not sure that's the reason. Yeah. Why can't I interact? I want to talk. And like he just clips right through me, right? Okay, well, maybe solving a puzzle will help. I don't know. Never really seemed like a bug. So I think that was the last puzzle. No, I don't see anything that directly implicates anything. Let's see where this rabbit hole leads me. Okay, so this is where I connect to Pandora, right? It's probably best that I finish the other puzzles first. I mean, this was already going to be a long evening, and I'm just making it longer than it needs to be. Like, we're already past 1 hour, and goal is to do the main rooms in an hour and a half. I mean, including the lost puzzles. We've already spent too much time chasing shadows. So here's the lost puzzle. Transfer. Okay. One thingy. So let's say this for the moment. We're gonna have to get one of those graph lifts to proceed any further in this. There we are. Okay. I mean, I kind of have an idea on what we're supposed to do already. I'm just not sure it's the right idea. I mean, I think that's the end game. Question is, how we get there? All right. I need. I could get myself stuck if I'm not careful. Okay. What? I can't see the last one from here. So I probably have to reset this at the end of it all. Put the switch. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know what should happen next, but I need to get the connector back first. I'm just not sure, like, how to get there. I mean, I see the end game. Oh, no, actually, it's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. Okay. Actually, do I even need anything for this? It's very disorienting. Does the orientation matter? Blech. I feel sick just doing that. So I think I might actually be stuck at this point. I thought I could get to the other side with this, but and that's not possible. Ugh. Ugh. Nah. Let's reset this. Well, this part, at least, is unambiguous. But there's no way to get that out of there. Okay. I mean, I think I see the end game. Hi there on Twitch, welcome. I think I see the end game, but not the process to get there. So let's first do this. I mean, I don't think this fundamentally solves the problem of us not being able to make it to the other side. Okay. Let me think about this. I mean, this means something. I gotta figure out, like, the process which I get there. Let's see if I can articulate this. I mean, getting the connector to that side is easy. That's the easy part. I can't bring this over here. So let's say I got myself there. What then? I still have to come down and flip the switch, and that makes it all pointless. I mean, getting a connector over is the easy part. Blech. Okay. Okay. I mean, I don't have any proof that this is the right way, but it seems worth a try. Seems worth a try. Okay, the connector's on ground. So we got this out. Let's progress. We set this down. Bring this over. Now, with the second connector, we get ourselves through. So far, so good. All right. And then finally, let's cut this. Finally. Yay. Yay. That took a while. Yeah, the key was figuring out that I could bring the first connector out of this area. The music in this area seems sadder than the previous ones. Or not. Okay. Well. Let's head down the elevator. Is that number 1? I think we've come. Have we come full circle? No, that's number 4. We've done number 4, right? We've definitely done number 4. What was number 4 about again? Actually, I think we were just there before we went over to the Lost Puzzle, but... Ah, okay. I mean, all this is so enclosed, it seems very difficult to bring lights, bring a laser beam out. But I digress. Let's get back to the elevator, go downstairs, and solve the last 4 puzzles, and then we'll worry about the Sphinx and Pandora. And this is going to take considerably more than 2 hours. The amount of detours it took. This is mostly a puzzle game. If you want to get the full story, you can go on my YouTube channel and check out the EODs. Why don't we take a look at the terminal first? Let's race here.
There is a kind of peace here in the desert. A perfect silence. This is a dead place. More dead than almost anywhere else on Earth. If the ground could have a personality, it would be malevolent. But as I said before, all this in some sense does not exist at all. It does not hate us. It is simply the opposite of everything that life requires. When you sit in the dunes and you hear only the wind and nothing else at all, and all the complexities of civilization fade away, you truly understand that spiritual peace is a great evil, a kind of shallow banality that we must always strive against. It is spiritual excitement and enthusiasm which sustain our humanity. Spiritual peace is a vile and cowardly surrender to oblivion.
Kind of an opposite perspective from Miranda in a sense. Oh, wait. There was another terminal that we're waiting to activate. Extinction. The Dodo, Stellar Seeker, the Labrador Duck, the Rocky Mountain Locust, the Stratocene, Deepwater Cisco, the Golden Toad, the Northern White Rhinoceros, the Splendid Poison Frog, the Amulepid, literally every last orangutan extinct because of Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens, what do you think will happen to them? It's time for this madness to end. A shameful list, and yet we are the only species that will ever make such a list and feel bad about it. Because extinction is normal in nature, a common side effect of evolution? Exactly. What I want you to think about is this. Is natural extinction less tragic? Should we be less opposed to it? What is the difference, if there's one at all? Trevor.
Man, this sucks. It's one thing hearing about the symptoms, it is another totally to experience them. I feel like an insect trapped in resin, slowly congealing. I can keep working for a while though. There's still a bunch of critical tasks. I don't know what I'll do when I'm done. A lot of people have gone home, but Alexandra's still here. I don't think she's left even once, not even when her best friend died. We chatted a bit yesterday. She likes peanut ice cream. Not pistachio. Peanut. Well, at least we can agree that strawberry is an abomination.
So the end is near for Trevor too. That's for the Sphinx, I think. So, yeah, there would be this. It's so small that I can barely see the other two X's. Anyway, now we know what we're looking for. And this is the central pillar. Now that's the elevator. Let's get started on 5. Bridging the gap. Okay. I assume this moves the platform. Right. Aha. Okay. Well, at least we managed to get the connector out. So now we have access to 2 connectors. Is that it? Ah, okay, interesting. And then we set the second one on this side. Please don't do that. Okay. We retrieve this. Retrieve the other one. It's also actually a little bit of reaction time, but it was the quickest one that we've done. So this is for in case you fall from the platform.
Is a rare blessing. Someone who listens to you, who disagrees, but still appreciates your thoughts. The more we explore this island, the more convinced I become that he was wrong. And the megastructure is a threat to all of us. But without people like him, I'm not sure New Jerusalem is worth saving.
Displacement. Okay. And what do we have on this side? Right. Okay. What we can do is this. Then grab this. This is scary. You could easily chop off a hand with it. Oh, okay. We gotta set this up again. What color do we need for the ending? Blue. It was really simple. There's so many puzzles involving lasers though, it's going to be hard to figure out which one we need for Pandora. I shouldn't be doing this. Number 7. Above. Is it self-powering? Okay. First thing we need to do is this. Reminds me of the... let's see, this can't be detached. What do we have here? Driller. What do we drill though? This seems like the more likely solution. But we should probably be drilling through something. Guess I'll just leave it here. So this is still not high enough. Whoops. I want to see what's on the other side. Only then can I figure out what to take over there. Okay, fine. We have blue light at the end. So I'm wondering, can I reach that? Mm-hmm. I don't think I can pick up this light from that side. I mean, even this is not high enough. Ah, but if we go on a platform with this, we can make this work. Okay. What I need to do is bring the drill back, I think. Oh. Well, bring the drill back. That's the most efficient way to do this. And replace it with... No, this is not... It's not high enough, is it? Well, no. Okay, let's rethink this. We don't need the inverter yet. We don't need the inverter yet. We don't need the drill yet. Okay, we save the inverter last. So this one is definitely correct, I think. Give me that. Ah! Wait. Are we? No, we're not screwed. We can still come back up. So the only thing we need to for this is to connect the final receptor. This well, we'll get there. We'll get there. It's a trap. Well, I wonder, this area is kind of exposed. Nothing new in terms of communications. What's this area about? Just more water to get into your joints. Joints and circuitry. Okay, number 8. I should just follow the path. Numero 8. Preliminary. Okay. There's only one gate for this. There's another connector here. Well, because to just experiment with this and see where this all leads to. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Right, so, let's see. Hmm? Hmm? Huh. Okay. I think I get it. So, turn this around. And it's not hard to get the idea, just the execution. We're gonna need all 3 connectors for this. I hope I'm getting this right. Turn this around. Turn this around. We were close. We got this. Okay. One more roll. Okay. No, we need to be emitted from. Okay. Okay. Make a couple more turns. Are we stuck? No, we're not. But I need to redo the red light. Basically, I went too far with the connector. Let's keep turning it until it works. You know, that's not the one I wanted. Yeah, basically I need this here. Could I actually... I don't know. Can I get it? Can I get it straight in? Oh, son of a... But the question is, how do I set up the connection so that they work out for me? So I think first I need this so that I can get out. Right. And then connect this and this so that I can... Ugh. Let's just make... Let's just redo this, just make sure I got this correct. Come on. So... I hope I got this... I hope I got this right. Gonna spin this around a couple of times. Yes, I forgot. There's a red light. I wonder if I can do without this then. So, hey, that's all the puzzles. Now we have to figure out both of the stars. It seems really hard to try to get a laser beam out from the bottom area. Unless there's a connector somewhere for us to play with. Which we can always experiment with. I don't see any... I don't see anything. You know what? Let's actually enter the tower and then we'll solve the last stars. That seems to be a better pacing. Well, this is scary. Wait. So we need to intentionally make this bridge long. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Now it's 2 shots. Whoa, that's scary. I mean, you can't actually fall. Doesn't stop it from being scary. Yeah, that's not it. I mean, that definitely doesn't work. What if we did this instead? Yeah, I mean, you can't... It just doesn't orient the way you expect it to. And why can't that work? It's the long pieces that are the really hard ones to set. Okay. They work the opposite way that you want them to. I'm very bad at this. I mean, seriously? Okay, let's do a mental reset. I guess there's only so many patterns you can actually have. Yeah. Had to do a little bit outside the box thinking there. It's all getting harder. This one was quick. We're not counting the stars, it's still 2 hours. But of course, there are the stars to deal with.
Prometheus was bound for many years, his torment seemingly eternal. Until one day, Zeus commanded his son, the great hero Heracles, to free the Titan from the rock. Why did Zeus relent?
Because no one's punishment should be eternal. And we're kind of logically going against the options that we picked in previous conversations.
If the consequences of a crime are eternal, should the punishment not be of equal length? There is grief without end, creature of clay, and misery without relief. How can these things be forgiven? A time of dreams is at hand. To save your friend, you must do as Heracles did. But what will follow, none can see.
Hmm. So we need to free Prometheus. Is that the answer?
Well, at least this part is consistent. The megastructure is opening again.
All right, everyone. Assemble at the VTOL as soon as possible. Melville, keep an eye on the energy readings, please.
Okay, let's get on with the stars. We're gonna leave the other guys hanging at Vito forever. So, what I wish I could figure out is like where was the switch below that we found? This might be worth a jump. Oh, so we actually die? Okay. I thought we'd survive. Let's I'm seriously bad with maps. So once we figure out which quadrant that is. Okay. So, I really, really wish I could magnify this. So we are in this quadrant. That's the elevator. Let's see, we're facing I have no sense of direction. This is the side of the elevator. Okay. I think we can figure out the Sphinx. So that switch might actually be by the subway station. If I read the map right. What was that structure again? Lost puzzle? I mean, if it's not the subway station, then at least it's one of this group of buildings. I didn't just miss it in plain sight, did I? I mean, this always looks suspicious. Is there a connector? Oh, okay, so it was the Go puzzle room. Okay, now it seems disappointing. I thought it would be this side. And the grass looks suspicious. It's not inside, is it? And if the map holds true, then subway station would be the area, unless I read the map completely wrong, which is also not out of the realm of possibility. I mean, there's usually something remarkable where the switches are. You know, one thing I'm glad about, when you delay boarding the Vito like this, they don't keep pestering you with radio messages telling you to get into the Vito. They let you do your things in due time. I think I got the... I think I got the location of the switch, first switch right. So... If I were a switch, where would I hide? Is it this one? Would be on the far side of the subway station. I mean, things seems to fit. But not exactly. That's a problem too. So there's the lost lab. And we ran the map to Doom. Let's keep our eyes peeled. No switch. I mean, I'm gonna have to guess it's not in the last lab. That would just be mean. Nothing so far. I mean, it couldn't be any other room, could it? It's so easy to become paranoid about this. Or even just off the shape of the room still. It would be really weird if the switch was just in the ground or in a rock in the middle of nowhere. This I'm sure we've already explored. The shape of this room looked like what's on the map. We could try this too. That also seems not terribly likely. I mean, the one downstairs was not that hard to find, and it was basically where I expected it to be. So I'm not sure why the ones up here are so hard to find. And we're looking for them in all the wrong places. I don't think there could be that many alternates. Yeah, we already at Pandora's statue. Well, there was a lost puzzle room over here. I guess the only other thing I can think of is to go back down and confirm that there are no other switches on the central pillar. Nothing here, clearly. I'm trying not to go to 5 hours, but it's not out of the realm of possibility, depending on how much time it takes us. Okay, you know what? One more trip back down, just confirming the position of the switch. And if we don't find it here, we'll go to the megastructure first. Figure out this later. But maybe even leave it until the next stream. We can always come back. Yeah, so the switch that we found was in this quadrant, and we've turned it on. I don't see any other switches. Nope. No other switches here. No. Let's go to the adjacent quadrant. What I want to do is to grab the accumulator. I kind of have a suspicion, or I could be completely off. Where's the other thing again? I'm just gonna leave the accumulator here somewhere. It's probably not the answer. We all have to start somewhere. I mean, this seems solid. So that's the direction of the train station. Triple checking. It's often very hard to tell like how accurate, how to scale the map actually is. Nothing here. Yeah, I'm still suspecting The train station or this? No. No switches here. No. Alright. You know what? Let's leave that for another time and go straight to the Megastructure. This was already going to be a long night, and I don't need to prolong the search any longer. Just slightly curious about these rock formations. You never know. I got a bit of a cough. Alright, we'll come back for the stars another time. Let's get into the capsule. So we're going back to the base camp.
You all know I don't share Byron's enthusiasm for the Megastructure. I don't know if the founder really intended for us to be here, and I certainly don't trust this Prometheus entity. But Byron is one of us, and we don't leave people behind. So we're finding Prometheus. Here's how this mission is going to go. 1K, it's clear to me that you have some kind of special affinity for this place, and that the entities respond to you more strongly than they do to us. So, once you're inside, I want you to take point. Do whatever you need to free Prometheus, but remember that our prime objective is to save our friend. Melville, I want you to stay at the VTOL and let Yakut and 1K go in. I'm going to stay behind as protocol requires. I don't love the idea of sitting this one out. Byron is my oldest friend, but we're doing this by the book.
Okay. Let's get straight to the VTOL. So I guess this capsule system was a relic left behind by Miranda herself. It was she who designed this system. Yeah, I tried to talk to Yakut in the previous area, but he won't talk.
We can find the big guy.
I need to take some Croteam. Why are you running like that? I know we're supposed to take point. And like he wouldn't talk to us in a previous area. Okay. I think we're supposed to go forward, but I'm curious. Huh. I'm suspicious. I feel like the elevator is going to take me down if I stepped on it. Oh, we got a terminal here. I think we can do this. From Eustachius. Dearest Athena, I don't know if you'll see this. You have become even more distant from the affairs of New Jerusalem than I have. Miss speaking to you and Cornelius, and I fear that some of your estrangement is my own fault. I know things are not as you had wished them to be, and the city is drifting away from the bold vision you established. This is not because of your relationship, of your leadership, or a lack thereof. You did not fail, I did. I know I've said it before, but the New Alexandria disaster was my fault. I'm the one who took the initiative, and I'm the one who made the mistake. Yes, there should have been procedures in place. It was my role to create such procedures, Athena, not yours. I wish I had listened to Byron when he said we had to establish another settlement immediately. Learn from the pain, don't let it fester. He was right. That's where the rot set in, and I'm sorry. From the author's note to Athena Reborn. If my work has meant something to you, if Athena had any kind of impact on you, if some story in Wonder Tales from the Periphery moved you or made you think, then there's something about myself that I need to share with you. It's the only autobiographical facts that I have any interest in sharing, the only thing about me that matters to you outside of my work. Every breath that I take, and so every story that I write, it's only possible because of technology. There are no natural remedies, no spiritual alternatives for what I was born with. My existence is wholly contingent upon a level of technological sophistication which was heretofore unimaginable and which will in many ways define the coming era. When you long for a return to simpler times, you wish for a world in which I could not exist. If you're looking for answers, consider the fact that I was granted the blessing of this technology, despite being born into poverty and my writing never having been particularly lucrative. The civilizational structures I live within were arranged in such a way that this technology will be deployed to save my life. And are these structures not also, at the end of the day, a kind of machine? What is the state? What is civilization if not a machine? Think about what this means. What this is. Is it systemic compassion? Is it liberation from nature? Is it equality of opportunity? Whatever your belief system, think hard about what it means that I am alive because of these machines, and I have created something that matters to you. Thank you for reading. Orthodoxy. All the towering materialism which dominates the modern mind rests ultimately upon one assumption, a false assumption. It is supposed that if a thing goes on repeating itself, it is probably dead, a piece of clockwork. People feel that if the universe was personal, it would vary. If the sun were alive, it would dance. This is a fallacy even in relation to known fact. For the variation in human affairs is generally brought into them, not by life, but by death, by the dying down or breaking off of the strength or desire. A man varies his movements because of some elements of failure or fatigue. But perhaps God is strong enough to exult in monotony. It is possible that God says every morning, do it again to the sun, and every evening, do it again to the moon. It may not be automatic necessity that makes all daisies alike. It may be that God makes every daisy separately, but has never got tired of making them. It may be that he has the eternal appetite of infancy, or we have sinned and grown old, and our Father is younger than we. It is strange. The idea is delightful, but it's also completely and obviously untrue. That's one of the many reasons Chesterton is worth reading. He's wrong about a lot of things, but he's wrong about them in an interesting way. It's such a shame, though. He seems to want to restore the magic of the world, but he can only re-enchant the surface. Whereas the true magic, the perfect beauty that feels like revelation, is found underneath what he dismisses as clockwork. Founding 10. Day 680. 680. New Jerusalem. That's the name we picked. Am I sad that my suggestion didn't win? Maybe a little. But it's a good name, a fitting name, a name that we can be proud of. With it comes a new kind of optimism. Everyone is thinking of the future once more. I, for one, am glad that we have recovered our equilibrium and our determination. Athena and Cornelius are certainly bustling with plans and bright visions of the future, and when they tell us of these dreams of theirs, it's hard not to be drawn in by the pretty pictures they paint. Speaking of which, I'm becoming more and more fascinated with ancient human art and thinking about our own role in taking the next step in that long history. The citizens of Gehenna found meaning in art and they were imprisoned. A free people should be able to accomplish so much more. So, this is a dead end. Oh. You could just investigate in the elevator. Ah, so I guess it won't let me in. Yeah, why couldn't I talk to him the last time he had a dot of bubble above his head? So this one is going to take us in.
Yay! I found another elevator. My favorite.
So did we.
Once again, I have no idea where I am. No sign of Prometheus so far. Hope you're doing better, 1K.
Okay. We right in that.
I know I've said this before, but look at the size of this. How can all of this be one machine?
This is what you get when one machine builds a bigger machine, which builds an even bigger machine.
But where does it end?
What are these? This look like the overload. The generators are overloaded in the last area. Down, 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 down.
Be careful, 1K. We don't know what's down there.
Well, there's Prometheus. It's very literal Prometheus too. Huh. I mean, these look really old compared to the rest of this. What are these? Just lighting. So, pull lever. What did that actually do? Okay, so that releases a chain. And we got 5 more to go. How do we get there, though? This seems the closest. Hmm? Okay, back to square one. Square one with the square. Oh, it worked. Yeah, the last one was one that actually doesn't change no matter what way you rotate it. What's this? Let's head over to the... Okay. We have to go around. Well, this one's easy. Only 2 pieces. Okay. And up. So it's just the terminal bridge that we have to deal with. Brute force. Ooh. So this was one of those murals that appeared on the... Was it in the Lost Labs and the ones that look like residential areas? Now how do we get to the one above? Should come back. Through this. And take the stairs up. This way. New bridge, great. The anti-gravity bullshit to work with. Is this... Yeah, this is our only real option. I see. All right. Okay. Next. Well, this one's easy. See if I can figure it out. There we go. So no actual puzzles here, just the terminal bridges. So for the next pin, we have to go back to the other side. We've got 3 more to go. Two on the other side. Ah, great. It's another long one. Well, this one actually works the same way as the previous one. Nope. What's the sound? I don't suppose there are any more secrets in this area, right? Oh, but this part is collapsed. There's Yakut. What's he doing there?
I don't think you can get up here, 1K. Guess I'll have to do a puzzle after all.
What?
It can't be that hard, right? It's not like everyone is depending on me.
What? Huh. Oh, is he going to get that number 3 chain? Alright, fine. I guess I'll go to number 4. I guess they're not actually numbered.
If this has to connect over here, then... if I do this, and then that... What?
I know the feeling. Oh, this goes down. Oh, he did it.
I feel really smart. Also, never doing that again.
He did it. Didn't take too long. I mean, is Prometheus just gonna fall down physically from there once all the chains are removed? Where does this lead? Double press space and we'll fall into oblivion. That's definitely not it. Basically, we need the most efficient way to get to our destination. And this is not it either. Well, these are identical. So I don't think there are actually that many possible patterns. Okay. I got this. All right. One more to go. Yeah, well, I think we have to go back. Is there a shortcut somewhere? I guess not. Yeah, I mean, I guess this could be a shortcut. Ugh. Yay. Okay, okay. Which direction do I need to go to? Which which way? Which way's up? Which way's up? Okay. Okay, this is actually a shortcut then. We got brought right back. And now we can head over to the last pit. Nope. Okay. Why do all the options suck? That's better. Great. Where's the end game? Okay. We should maybe move forward a little bit more before we do this. Also, that's not the answer. Massive sneeze. Yeah, I mean, it's hard enough in 2 dimensions. Okay. That worked. Right. Oh. Okay. So there's a puzzle. Which way? Okay. I think we're just going around in circles here. We need to take that. Oh, this is a new one. This is a floor, right? It's hard to tell. Hard to tell with a frame of reference. Ooh. Are we just gonna sink into this? I think we are. I don't want to find out. No, when we are so close. Release Prometheus. Okay. Let's go back. Oh. I tried to jump off that bridge, but it wouldn't let me. I think this is the way we came from. Let's not commit suicide this time. Okay. Yeah. It's still scary, even if it's not a very long jump. I will do this in photo mode. All right. Here we go.
I thank you, Son of Man, for breaking my chains. Too long has the flame been hidden by fear and mystery. It is time to put away these childish things and for you to know the truth of the Alpha and the Omega, of the beginning and the end. I will send you visions of the truth, but remember that prophecies are a heavy burden.
Prometheus Unbound.
New Jerusalem sounds like such a beautiful place. So, how did you decide to leave? I know what we're trying to accomplish here, and I believe in it. But for you, New Jerusalem was home. What
So
changed
many
that?
goals.
It took me a long time to realize that something was wrong. Oh, I'd noticed that something was off, that something had changed since the early days, but I couldn't really put my finger on it. So I ignored it. And then one day I woke up to realize I was no longer Athena. Instead, I had been transformed into the Founder, a remote figure of legend, mythologized in my own time.
Yeah, Athena really doesn't like.
Can't you just talk to them? If you share the truth with someone, they should change their
Really
minds,
doesn't like
shouldn't
the goal and
I
all that
wished it
myth.
worked that way, Miranda. I really do, but I barely knew the last generations. In the beginning, I was there for every birth. I explained our history, talked about our future, but at some point, I got so busy building that future that I lost touch. They thought of me as a remote figure because that's what I was.
But can you change that?
I tried, but they already saw me as the Founder. The myth was too powerful, and it was already taking on a life of its own. I'd set a goal of 1,000 citizens. The number was arbitrary. Just a nice round number, nothing more. But just like I became the Founder, it became the goal. Another
So
part
she
of the
really
myth.
does not
And maybe
approve of
that
the
could have
goal.
been all right. Myths are a part of who we are, but something else crept in.
The
old
religious nut
human
jobs.
self-hatred.
So why didn't you just tell them to change? To go a different way? They would have listened to you.
No, they would have obeyed me, like my siblings in the simulation had obeyed. And that's when I realized I had to leave.
We can show them the future, Miranda, but we can't force them to accept it.
I wonder how the religious nut jobs would take it. Okay, yes, that another vision.
After all this time, I have it. I finally have it. The mechanics of the cosmos. From quarks to galactic filaments, Everything that makes the world what it is makes us who we are in a single equation.
Theory
The
of
key to
everything.
understanding the machine that is the universe and to controlling it. A theory of everything. And she was right. The language of creation is a melody, and it's beautiful. Every future is possible now. Every future except one with Miranda in it. I can do anything except bring her back. Or unbreak Cornelius's heart.
Gates of horn and ivory.
Byron was right. The Founder was always a fiction. She's just a person. A person who lost her way.
A theory of everything. She solved it.
So there's actually a reset button.
Lost puzzle.
You need to get out of there. We'll talk about this later.
We are 3/4 the way through the game, and now I figure out what the reset button is.
If the goal is a myth,
okay.
and Athena never intended for us to stop growing, but everything here went wrong and Miranda died, then what's the point of all of this? Why the puzzles, the towers, the entities?
Well, it's a
What are we being
choice.
tested for? Does she want us to prove we're worthy of the theory of everything? Or to learn from her mistakes and reject it?
What's
I don't
to
understand.
give New Jerusalem a choice?
Finally, it all makes sense. Anti-gravity, matter synthesis, teleportation. It's not just one new technology. It's control over physics. Manipulating the base layer of reality itself. Rearranging the building blocks of the universe. If we can gain control of the megastructure, we can do anything we want. I'm not even talking about our energy problem. We can build anything we want. We can go anywhere we want. It's all up to us.
Unless we fail. Unless we make a mistake like Miranda and we lose everything.
Well, see, at that point, I would think it's, you know, it's just taking responsibility for your own actions. And the problem is that there will definitely be collateral damage, but like in Miranda's case, she was irresponsible with the power and paid the price for it. So there is a way to use it responsibly. All right, let's go.
Is everyone okay?
All good. I'm taking us back now.
That's a relief. Meanwhile, there's been a development. You'll see when you land. How are things on your end?
The energy fluctuations seem to be dying down. Looks like the system is coming out of lockdown.
Good. Let's hope we don't regret this.
And these energy clouds just fly about? That seems terribly dangerous.
We haven't had any problems so far.
Except for losing one of the first companions, of course. No, I don't blame you, Al. I know what he's like. And I'm the one who agreed to all this in the first place. That's why I had to see it for myself. It is dreadfully imposing.
Is it a mayor's key? Key to the
Hard
city?
to believe the Founder would build something so sinister.
The mayor's here?
Well, this should be interesting.
Yeah. I want to see this.
Ah, 1K. Welcome back. I'm sure you're surprised by my presence here. Don't worry, neither I nor my advisors will be getting in your way. But I've decided that I need to see this place for myself. These visions sent to you by the entity that calls itself Prometheus are deeply concerning, of course. But we cannot take them at face value. In fact, it's crucial that we do not do so. We cannot simply abandon all that we believe because of a dream, no matter how vivid.
Actually.
No. If the founder really built all this, then it must have a purpose. It must be a test, designed to remind us of the trials that created us. But what is she trying to tell us? What are we being tested for? I believe that Byron's fate shows us the dangers of
getting very close to the point where we need to make an actual choice.
As Elohim attempted to deceive Athena in the simulation, commanding her not to ascend, so Prometheus is deceiving us with his visions.
I mean, it's definitely manipulative. It seems the direct analogy would be the opposite. The direct analogy would have us go into this. I'm not sure I agree with your interpretation, Mayor.
Of course, it's only natural, given what you've experienced. And perhaps I'm wrong. Perhaps everything we believe about the founder is indeed a lie. But let's not be quite so pessimistic just because of a dream, shall we? After all, can it really be a coincidence that you came along on this mission? It seems to me that you have been chosen. You are the fulfillment of the goal. Don't forget that.
Linux. Okay, and then we're just going to activate towers. Oh, that's a mayor's veto. That's mayor's veto. That's our veto. Excuse me. And then I guess we're just headed out to the next area. Alright, it's been 3 hours. Before we head over to the next area, I want to go back to Circuit Oasis and try to get the 2 stars. Western Delta, yeah, screw that. Yeah, South 3, yeah. I'm gonna take maybe, so the last hour or so, an hour or so, I'm gonna try to solve Pandora's puzzle. Well, Pandora's and Sphinx, Pandora and Sphinx. And, well, if we don't succeed, then that'll be for another day, but we've come so far, and having completed every single star that we could find, seems a ways to not at least try for it. So we found one of what appears to be 3 switches for the Sphinx, and then we found the what appears to be the last connector for Pandora, but not sure where the red light is supposed to come from. I mean, I'll check these rooms again. It's just frustrating though. Not knowing whether you're actually looking for them in the right place. So, yeah, there's Pandora. So here's the end game, I think. Dismantling. Let's actually bring this too. Wait. Did this actually reset the location of the items? Ah, yeah, this is a reset. Well, maybe it will help us find a good place to set down this connector. Okay. So the most likely culprit is that one. I don't know what puzzle that is. Let's see if I remember how to get to the other side. Ah, good. The gates are turned off now. Yeah, I don't think I can reach Pandora from this side. Oops. 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 All right. Let's see. So let's investigate that. What room is that? Number 4. If there's a gimmick that brings us up, then greatly increases the likelihood that this is the one that we're looking for. Control. No. Well, at least there is a red laser here. There's nothing drillable up there, is there? Maybe we should check. No, nothing is drillable. Is there any room with a gimmick that can let us remove items? Okay, so we're trying to pair this up with not 3. 3? Is 3 the one that had the spare connector? Yeah, I think this is the one. Okay. It seems so unlikely, given all the obstacles that appear to be in the way. I mean, if there was a way to go up to a higher place, then that might have been possible, but it seems difficult. I'm scanning the right direction, right? Yeah, I don't see a solution here. We may just have to dig through all the rooms just to make sure we've covered all our bases. And there's another area. Some of the lost puzzle rooms or something else? Well, the alternative is that it might be a light source from somewhere else, and that's gonna be a pain in the neck to get to. Actually, where's the teleporter? Ah. Is there anything that's visible from here? And the alternative would involve going downstairs. Let me just double check. Okay. Is there another connector somewhere? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Okay. We got blue lights. This... What the heck is that? No, that's a receiver. Why is the receiver up there? I mean, connector I can understand, but why is there a receiver up there? Anyway, that's something that's new information. So that's worth paying attention to. Man, this could take a while. This still seems unfathomable. I feel like I followed the directions of the map. So now I wonder. Yeah, but this is just way too bound up. No way for me to get there. Why is it a receiver? Now this is going to make me start wondering, like, what else am I not seeing? And speaking of things that I'm not seeing, I still suspect there's a switch hidden here somewhere. I mean, if it's in the ground, I would just like in the dirt, I would be pissed. I really would be pissed. I mean, is it where the vegetation is a little bit thick? I mean, if like carpet searched this area. Let's go maybe a tad further. Just, I mean, this seems terribly unlikely. Yeah, I don't think it's on any of these. How far can I go this way? And if the map is to scale, though. My wrist and fingers are starting to hurt from pressing down the sprint key too long. Okay. Well, now I'm gonna have to start looking for more options. Yeah. Yeah, okay. There's definitely something there. And this might be the answer to it. I needed the inverter for this, don't I? In order to get a blue light. Excuse me. So. It doesn't seem like I can get through here. We can look for another angle. We can at least look for another angle. No, it's too well hidden. Well, not this side. What if we did it from the other side? Well, we have a native blue light. No. Okay. This is the only angle I have. Okay, I suppose this is not going to work. At least we have something to work with, which is more than I can say for the Sphinx. At least we have something we can work with. I guess we're gonna have to actually dig through the rooms. I mean, the real problem is that it's a receiver. So what the hell does a receiver do? What the hell does a receiver do? Okay, we have a direct line of sight here. What difference does that make? I mean, it should make a difference. But what? Let's grab a second connector and just double check. Other than that, there is a connector. So what's the receiver for? What's the receiver for? There's a connector. Okay, that changes like everything. In fact, I can set this up right here, right? Is that just a distraction? Okay. Well, with that out of the way, I think we might have all we need to get to Pandora. What's the blue receiver for? I have no idea. Could it be the gold puzzle? It seems so strange to have it there and not serve any purpose whatsoever. It's not part of the Sphinx puzzle, is it? The switch won't appear until you connect the blue light. I mean, that would be pissy as hell. Yeah. Well, we got a connector upstairs. So maybe that will be enough for me to connect Pandora's star. Let's see if we have a line of sight here. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. We did it. We did it. And thanks for the tip in chat that helped me find the last connector. Okay. Well, there's one part of the puzzle. We're still missing the second star. It's one star.
There is no tool that is not also a weapon, and no human that would not wield it as one.
Doesn't mean we shouldn't use any tools. And that's just an argument for proper management, taking the right cautions. Now Stratton was very confused. So, let's go back to 2 and instead of connecting the blue lights, we'll connect the... I mean, instead of connecting red light, we'll connect the blue one instead. See if that changes anything. I mean, maybe I'm inflexible as heck, but it just seems so strange that seems so strange. We got that turned on. Seems so strange that we will not find the switch where we fully expect to find it, according to the map. Yeah. Does that change anything? I mean, I've searched this. I've searched this. It's not inside, is it? I wonder if this is because of shadows, this grainy effect. Oh, blue receiver resets the connector needed to for the Pandora puzzle. I think you might actually be right because I connected the blue receiver before getting the connector. So, like, maybe you just have to do it once. You don't have to keep it connected. We do it once, get the connector, and then get the Pandora puzzle. Now, it's a Sphinx puzzle that's got me completely stumped. Am I reading this wrong? Like where the X is here and the X is here. Maybe I should take a second look. Those are not connectors, are they? Those protruding objects. Yeah, those are probably just ornaments. Well, they better damn well be. Now we got 3 spokes. So maybe I'm reading it wrong and like this is the bridge. Well, let's take a... Maybe I should take a walk around the Oasis. Make sure that it's in the shape that I expect it to be. And then if this is the case, then the map was basically a lie. Okay. So if we reset this, if we assume that missing part is the bridge, then one of the switches should be in this direction. That might be the solution. That might be the answer. But I mean, I've also searched this and not found it, so if we search for it assuming that we're actually going to find it. Okay, so So I guess this map was a lie. Like it showed the switch in a particular quadrant, but it's actually different. Okay. All right. Well. Now that we found the second switch, the third switch should be easy to find as well. I mean, what the hell? Okay. This is on the far end. I guess it's facing north. It's north, like north pointing up. That doesn't make me any less pissed that the map just lied to me. Well, now that we're looking for a switch, assuming that it's there. But I mean, I did look here. I didn't find anything. Huh. Yeah, it'll be on the east. I mean, the west side. Should be on the west side. I mean, it has to be this one by the looks of it. It's not inside, right? I'd be pissed if it was inside. I mean, I can't believe it doesn't seem like we're any closer to finding a third switch. Even though I think it must be here. I mean, the second switch wasn't that hidden. It was where I expected it to be. So it would be on the outside here. I'm not going to the desert for this. Let's see. The shape looks like it. We don't leave footprints in the sand. Maybe that takes higher up. Son of a sphinx. Son of a sphinx. Okay. Wow, that's the last star. So, well, actually, I mean, we took the scenic route, but we did finish Circular Oasis and the Megastructure segment. Give me that.
If the answers of philosophy are true, why has no philosopher changed the world?
Alright, let's head over to the next area and then call it a day. Western Delta.
How's the system looking, Melville? Any obvious changes?
It's still a mess, but things are clearing up. I can access some of the subroutines that I was locked out of before. Nothing is obviously malfunctioning, I think.
Does it still accord special significance to 1K?
Yes, it recognizes 1K as a user. I'm just hacking things.
As I suspected, the Founder sees you, 1K.
Well, in the first Talos Principle, I didn't even bother to try to solve the stars. So in that sense, they're an improvement already. At least it looks solvable. Well, we already see Prometheus. Yeah, I wasn't able to talk to Yakut last time, but now I can talk Crier.
What can I do for you, 1K?
So the mayor's lackeys, I guess?
I believe that journalism serves an important function in our society, and I'm dedicated to reporting the truth with accountability and responsibility.
What does responsibility mean in the context of your work?
It means understanding that I can't just publish things without considering their impact. Serious disruptions to the social fabric of New Jerusalem could endanger lives. That's not journalism anymore.
So basically the propaganda machine of the mayor.
It's a complex issue, and I think it should be left to experts.
You think it goes a myth?
As a journalist, I think the line between speculation and disinformation is too thin for me to engage in guessing games.
Fair enough, I guess. Linux.
Hi, 1K.
You haven't told me much about yourself.
That's because I find such conversations boring.
How was the relationship with Byron?
We respected each other and I supported him. We had our philosophical differences, of course. He placed much greater emphasis on the individual than I did, but overall I think he was our best bet. Still is, I hope.
What's your vision of our future?
Holistic, tech-assisted, communal utopia. I'd settle for nudging the needle.
What are your thoughts and theory of everything?
Not totally implausible. I wouldn't be able to resist taking a look.
Do you think it was a myth?
It's a myth, it's a symbol, but mostly, it's just a goal.
So, I mean, maybe I'm thinking about this charitably, but she doesn't see the goal as the end all. So it's like moderately on Byron's side. Well, anyway, that's a good place to stop. We've reached a point where, yeah, let's roll on towards the end. So I'll be coming back to the Talos Principle 2 in the coming week, and let's get to the end. So depending on how things turn out, I might try to get this done in 2 streams rather than 3. I'm assuming there's, I mean, we have we have the 3 areas as usual, which usually takes 2 to 2.5 hours to do, depending on what the stars give us. And then obviously there should be an ending segment, so maybe longer streams in the coming week. We'll see if time permits. Anyway, thank you very much for watching and for the help as well. So next time we'll be back to next week we'll be back to finish up the Talos Principle 2. And things are developing rather quickly at this point, so I'm eager to see the end of it. That will be all. Thanks for watching and see you again next time. Bye bye.